Very good evening. Welcome back to Scarborough Fans TV Sunday show. Yes, we're all nice and refreshed, ready for the new season, and we'll have two shows from now on, all the way through the season on a Thursday night and a Sunday night at 7:30. So we're all back and nice and ready to go, and the panel's all ready. Tonight, are we ready is the question. Do we need more players? Question mark. We're going to look back at yesterday's game against St Pauli. Panel to give our predictions, 6 predictions for the season, the top 6 predictions from the panel, and the bottom 3, obviously, who we think are going to go down. And we'll have news about tickets for the Stag and Hen do on Fans Forum on Friday evening. And, of course, our David Speedie night in September. And, of course, we'll have all our comments and views from you lot. Our punters, and Claudio will be reading all them out with his croaky voice, which he's got a bit tonight, but I'm sure he'll get round it. And let's bring the team in. Good evening, Miles.
Good evening. It's Thursday night, by the way.
Sorry, did I say Friday? I keep got Friday on my mind. Sorry, it's Thursday night, not Friday.
We did it backstage a second ago.
It is, yeah, and I did say Friday then as well. It's Thursday night. So please do not turn up on Friday night because we won't be there. Thursday night is the night. Okay, get that clear. Right, it's croaky voice, Claudio. Good evening.
Good evening. I'll have myself. Shall I? No, I'm here.
Yeah, you're there. Yeah,
I'm here with my. I don't know why I've got a croaky voice. It's probably me going down a Faulty Towers meal yesterday afternoon,
and well, you can tell us all about that.
You're a bit like Manuel. You know nothing.
Good evening, Vicky.
Evening. Good evening.
Did you enjoy the game yesterday? Good, wasn't it?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, it was nice. And Jack's with us as well tonight. We've got a full house.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Jack. We'll hear all about, obviously, the game yesterday and our predictions. And we don't want to know, really, are we ready after yesterday or after the pre-season we've had? Are we ready for the season? Do we need any more players? I personally think we do.
Two secs, Ken. There's an interference from somewhere. I can't hear you very well. You're like a Dalek.
Oh, I haven't touched anything nicely.
No, it's fine. I think it's gone. It's gone.
Gone. Okay.
Gone.
Right, okay. Hopefully you can hear me nice and clear. Are we ready is the question. That's what everybody's going to be asking tonight. Do we need any more players after our pre-season campaign? Bit of a mixed results-wise. A couple of defeats and a couple of draws and a win at Bristol Rovers. So a bit mixed, but it's all about fitness, I think, in the pre-season, not so much about the results or performances. But we can discuss that now. And the question is, do we still need any players, Miles? Are we ready?
I knew you were going to come to me first. I've been thinking about it all day. I was going to come to me first about this. I bloody know it.
You'd be ready with your answers straight away.
You know what? I'm worried, to be honest. I'm going to be totally honest now. I am really worried. I think we are way short of other teams. I think that other teams are steps ahead of us. I just think we need, and I said it Thursday night, we need 3 more players. I think we definitely need another centre-back. We've got to bring someone in with some knowledge. Wrexham had just signed Connor Cody. That would have been fantastic. They're splashing the cash. Birmingham are splashing the cash. I just think that the 2 we've got at the back, they're not good enough. I think we need another talisman in the middle. Definitely need another talisman in the middle. And I'm not being funny. We need a new striker. It's woeful, to be honest. I think the front line it's woeful. There was a couple of chances yesterday from both of our strikers that, were a bit okayish. That you think you would have buried them. A decent striker would have buried the ones Asante missed in the second half for definite.
Did you think Hattie would have scored both of them?
Probably, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
maybe he might have done, but then he's just coming back from fitness, so you know, it's completely different. I mean, I'm not slagging them off. I think Asante, it was probably, you can see Vicky, I think you mentioned it with the highlights that you seen the other week. You said he looked more like the player we thought we were signing. He did look pretty good yesterday. He was all over the shot. He was, you know, running around, closing it down. We're playing in a much higher line, but I just think we are 3 players short, and I don't think we're ready, to be honest. I'm worried. I'm not worried we're going to go down, obviously, but I mean, I can't see us finishing top 6 with the team that we've got at the moment. Definitely not. Well,
we'll have your prediction a bit later on. We're going to go and ask the panel for their predictions later on in the show. It'll be very interesting as we stick. Personally, I'll probably agree. I think we still at least 2 players short, and I honestly do think them 2 players will be here very shortly. I think one of them definitely very shortly, and another maybe within a couple of weeks of the season starting. So maybe one loan, one with, you know, one bought. But we'll have to wait and see. There's all sorts of rumours going on, but I don't think Lampard will start the season with what he's got. I think it'll be at least another 1 addition before Saturday. That might be a loan. We'll have to wait and see, though. You know, you never know. Claudio, what's your? I know you watched a game yesterday on the train in the first class accommodation.
So you were to travel.
And you watched it with German commentary, didn't you? So
yeah, I did. Yeah, and he sounded fed up as well. No, I don't think we're ready at all. I feel we're at the same place where we were last season, but we only just got into the playoffs last year because of our home form. And I said it on Thursday night, if our home form isn't the same as it was last season, and we continue playing away from home like we normally do, we're going to struggle to get into the playoffs this year, because it wasn't a lot of points, was there, last year to get into the playoffs? It was pretty meagre, really, the amount of points to get in there. And there's 2 or 3 teams I think are going to be really wanting to get promoted at the first attempt. One of them down the road, the other one in Wales. They're desperate to go up now, and they've got owners who want to do it fairly quickly. As for us, we do need something else up front, something that suits the way we want to play, basically. And defensively, we are still a shambles from what I've seen in these pre-season friendlies. Nothing's changed at the back whatsoever, regardless of the young lad coming in goal, because the games before that, he wasn't playing. The same problems. We can't deal with crosses. We look absolutely petrified every time the ball gets slung into the box. We need that guy in the middle of defence who can take control, basically, especially in defence. I know we've got the 2 wide lads who have come in, but I mean, one of them probably needs to start because he's probably better than the other 2, you know, at left back. And now we got KKH. He could be injured, which is great for the start of the season, isn't it? So the option's still Milan.
A bit of a play.
I know. So midfield-wise, I think we've got enough in there. We've got loads of midfielders if they're all fit. I think we need a better option up front, because whoever we play, although Frank does like Haji Wright, he sort of talked about it yesterday, saying he likes him playing down the middle, which is where we all want to see him play. Well, most people, I do anyway. But I think Bissett, from what I gather, his attitude's not great in training. This is what I'm being told. And that's why he's not getting a sniff at the minute. Whether or not he's a bit of a clown, I don't know, but he's obviously not happy with him. As for Asante, who knows? I mean, he comes on, he runs around like a headless chicken. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad.
He's a bit frustrating, isn't he? Sometimes.
Yeah, and Ellis Sims scores yesterday, but Ellis Sims, that's the sort of goal he needs to score. He's a centre forward. I mean, some people are going over the top about it. I'm thinking, it's a centre forward. Surely he's got to get his head on that ball, you know. So I do think we haven't got a striker who plays the way I think Frank wants us to play at the minute. And I think that's what we need to get. We need to get somebody with some legs up front, like Bissett, but has got a head on his shoulders, basically. And I think that's what we're missing. You can't expect the Rudoni to just keep scoring goals. It ain't going to happen all season. He'll probably get 20 goals now.
So you say 2, at least 2?
Well, yeah, definitely. We need another guy up front, and we need definitely somebody, because Latty's not the answer. Kitchen's all right. Thomas, you never know, do you?
No.
So we still need somebody to be dominant.
Yeah. Well, I do tend to agree. We do need some fresh faces, at least 2, I think. But Vicky, what's your views on the seeing the last 2 obviously home pre-season games and what you've made of the pre-season? Are we ready in your mind?
It's difficult, isn't it? I'm sort of very 50-50 about it, or it feels a little bit meh. I think the trouble is, like last season, we beat Everton. So it's about whether this thing happens in the pre-season that really galvanises the fan base, I think, to be quite excited. And nothing's really happened, has it? We haven't really brought anybody in that's really exciting. Like, we've brought some players in that have filled in a couple of gaps that we needed to fill in, but there's nobody that's that sort of standout player that makes you go, oh wow, we really mean it. And also, none of our results have been anything to go, oh wow, so we came away from the Everton game going, oh, that's really exciting. I think the football was exciting. I think unfortunately we don't play quite such captivating football anymore, so that's a problem as well. But I was chatting to Kev that I sit by at the match yesterday, and we were saying the one thing that's happened this pre-season is the quality has been upped. So virtually every team we've played is a top flight team in their respective country, as opposed to a few seasons back when we were playing the likes of Exeter, Shrewsbury, Milton Keynes, I think, wasn't it? So we're playing better teams, and we haven't got embarrassed by any of those teams. So in some ways, that's a good thing. So when I'm looking at it like that, I'm thinking actually that's quite a positive. Like we maybe we were underselling ourselves a little bit. I think as a fan base, we do tend to do that a bit. We look at other teams and go, oh, look at who they're buying, and they're all great. You're thinking, well, in reality, have they actually achieved anything more than any of the players that we've got here in recent seasons with 2 playoff campaigns and a FA Cup semi-final? So I definitely think we need more players, but I don't think that it's as desperate as something. I think that I don't think we're in a dire state. I think come the end of the season we'll still be knocking around the playoffs. I just think to make that more comfortable, we need a couple of signings. And for me, it's going to be an experienced defender. And I actually disagree. I think we need more in the midfield. I think we've got numbers. I don't think we've got enough quality. Yesterday, we kept on winning the ball, and then rather than anything decisive going forward, you've got Efron and you got Asante and Sims are right when they came on, keep on winning the lines and asking for the ball, and instead of going forward to them, it kept going back towards Bobby or someone at the back, and so we weren't creating anything. So for me, we need somebody that when we win the ball, and other than just the couple that we've got that can do that, we just need more. For me, that way, that's what will make a difference. So I think midfielder, that type of dynamic midfielder, and an experienced centre back. So you're happy then with the front players at the moment? Yeah. Okay. I don't think that's a priority. I don't think there's many people out there that there's not a ready-made answer that we could guarantee on our budget that would come in and do a better job. There's just no out there, I don't think. Well, it's always difficult to get a goal scorer, somebody who can put the ball in the back of the net. 20 goals a season, man. They're hard to come by, aren't they? And unless we get a little gem like we did with Vic, who turned out to be a gem, didn't he, in the end? He was a bit slow starter, but he got there in the end. And Hadji could potentially get 20 goals, couldn't he? Hadji, if he stays fair, could get 20, and he'll be fighting for his World Cup place, won't he? So that's another positive. So I'm very sort of like in the middle. Well, we want to Hadji on top form, don't we? We know he can do it. It's consistently, isn't it? Week in, week out. Not one game and then go missing for the next half a dozen games and then come good again. That's the problem with Hadji. But we'll see. Maybe he'll surprise us all and start notching them goals in. Good evening, Jack. What's your views on are we ready for the season? I know you're ready. You got your new top.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with you guys in parts and completely disagree in others. Do we need a centre half? Yeah, we absolutely do. I think everyone that's a Cov fan notices that. I'm in 2 minds with a striker because we have a fantastic striker. It's just we've got a little bit of quality with Sims, with his height and his physicality and his heading. We've got a little bit of quality with Hadji, who's kind of okay all-round striker when he can be asked to turn up, which wasn't at the Stadium of Light. We've got a little bit of quality in Asante, who's rapid but can't shoot. And we've got a little bit of quality in Norman, who's a wind-up merchant, and he's making the runs, and he seems to have the hunger when he's on the pitch. But unfortunately, those qualities are split across our 4 strikers, not all in one striker. If you could combine the best bits of all 4 of our strikers, I think we'd have a 30-goal a season striker, to be honest. But it's hard, isn't it? We need to score more goals. It's as simple as. But the bit I'm going to disagree about with you guys is you don't all think we're ready, and that's fine. I think what we're doing is we're setting our own goals to be promotion. And if you're looking at our goal to be solely promotion, we're not quite there. We're lacking that little bit of quality, as the last 3 seasons have proved. We've got to Wembley twice and a playoff semi-final and lost all 3. I think we're perfectly capable of playing in the Championship and doing a good job and getting in at least the top half, possibly even pushing for the playoff places. I think we're all so set in we have to get promoted that if you're taking it on that metric alone, then we're not ready, because we are lacking the qualities that you need to get promoted with. We're lacking that 20-goal striker. We're lacking that, Carl McFadzean-esque centre-half that's going to boss the defence, talk and organise. That's what we're lacking. So are we ready for what we want to go and do? No. But are we ready for the season to start next week? Absolutely, I think we are. I think we're fitter than we ever have been. Frank's got that sorted with Dr. Claire Marie Roberts, I think that's her name, that came in a season or 2 ago. I think the squad is individually ready, but it just depends where we set our targets. I think that's the wider conversation. But, bring it on, see where we are after 10 games. We've just got to start better. If we can put in, a 5 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses, let's say, after 10 games, that's miles better than any of the last 4 or 5 or 6 seasons. So if we can solidify with that and grow into the season with potentially, like you say, 2 or 3 more signings coming in over the next 4 weeks, then who knows where we'll be? Who knows who's coming in? And we'll see where we are.
Yeah, I mean, because it's interesting, because we've got a reasonable set of fixtures to start off with, haven't we? They're not only on paper. I know there's no easy game in this league, and anybody can turn anybody over on the day. But if you look at them fixtures, we should be thinking that all those teams we're playing, I would have thought are going to finish below us in the table. That's what I'm hoping. I don't think any of them are going to finish higher above us, but you never know. And that's when you've got to look to really pick maximum points up, haven't you, and get a good start. It's important to get a good start, and which we haven't done over the last couple of seasons. And and I think Frank will probably use the loan market a bit more than we did. Well, we didn't really use it at all last year, did we? Thanks to Doug. But I think he must have had a word with Doug, and Doug says maybe give the okay to use the loans.
Well, what I can say about that, I know I was at the meeting with Doug a couple of weeks ago. That very same night, there was some sort of event on with the CBS, and someone who I know went to that event and had a conversation with Doug, or was involved in a conversation with Doug. He's not happy about that loan signing at all. He wanted to buy him, and in fact, it's cost us an arm and a leg to get Rushworth in on loan. But from Doug's point of view, is not a clever business choice, because it's someone that's coming in that we've had to spend on, which we could have spent on a signing, that we're paying for a year, and then he's going to disappear and never come back to us, probably. So I think Doug obviously wants the football side of things to work, which is why the guys come in on loan, but that is not an ideal from Doug, who doesn't like to use the loan market, as we all know, as we're all aware. But there's pros and cons to it, and I think Doug, from a business point of view, sees more cons than pros.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting. Right, before we have a look at the game, review the game, then have we got some comments coming in already, Claudia? About are we ready?
We got loads of comments, so I've starred them, and I'm going to read the ones I've starred because.
Go on, then.
Yes, Sky Blue Army. Nothing has changed from the end of last season. We still look way too open at the back, letting silly goals, and have 0 goal threat. Ryan Matthew Jay says, yes, we'll finish in the top 6 in my honest opinion. I think people are underappreciating how good our squad is, although I think bringing in an experienced CB would make it more comfortable for us. That seems to be what most people are wanting. Gordon Tullyart says, I can gladly say that in 10 years' time, I was there the day Ellis scored a goal. Rich T, at the moment, it's looking like a repeat of last season around the playoffs come May. Frank Wood says, I think there are at least teams that are capable of making top 6. We are certainly one of them. And Brian Tully also says, loving the brand new shirt, Miles.
Thank you.
He's one of the lucky ones that have got it.
Yeah. Mostly love of music. I've honestly no idea if we're ready for this. I think the stability of the squad is good, but we need a new CB, a new striker minimum. Both need to be Premier League ready. That's one of the things Miles says a lot.
That's easier said than done, isn't it?
Ian Court, Birmingham and Wrexham have cash. We don't, Miles, but I think we can make playoffs, not automatics. Hector, I would keep Sims and give him one more season, but BTA is not going to score goals. I would sell BTA and sign another striker, keep Norman here. That's Dark Farts. I'm going to have to correct Dark Farts. Guys, you said we wouldn't finish at the top end of the table last season. Look what happened. Be positive. Well, Ken and Miles said we'd finish second, or I think Miles said we'd win the league. I said we finished third. We all predicted top 6.
Well, we weren't far off then, were we, really?
I think we all got one team wrong out of our predictions, didn't we, in the in our actual predictions. Dave Sports Photo says Norman needs a season on loan, getting knocked about in League 2. Yeah,
I think there's a player there in Norman, Bizet, but you're right, he needs game time, doesn't he? He needs to play. He needs to build himself up.
Needs to be focused, I think. I think that's the issue. Paul Cutterford, our club says we are ready, but we all know we are not. So who is right? I suggest supporters are right. 2 new centre-backs, an anchor man in midfield, a new forward line minimum. I love Paul.
Well, not asking for a lot there.
Supporters are right. Yeah, can you imagine that? Mostly love of music. Norman has a cap for Belgium. His ego won't let him play in League 1, let alone League 2. I can see him going back to the Belgian Premier League or similar if he doesn't fancy his chances. I mean, he's not going to get much. Yeah, I mean, the Belgian League's pants. Even though another decent run out, but errors yet again at the back and goalkeeping going to be our downfall this season, according to Wayne Littlewood.
Evening, Wayne.
Can I say one thing on that? At least he's got it out of his system yesterday.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
they obviously were told to try something different yesterday. That was one of the things. Goalkeeper, come out with it, try and play the ball. So they're obviously trying that yesterday as a trial to see how it went, and a couple of times it backfired, didn't it?
Yeah, let's hope it's a one-off.
Ken Otomo, one of the major things is the players don't seem to be communicating with each other on the pitch. Certainly no captain direction. It's a mixed bag, actually, this is. Mark Rainbow, evening team. We've stood still this summer. The defence would be my priority. We are lacking in the middle and have been for the last 12 months. RJ CCFC. Milan could be gone by Saturday. Is KKH going to be fit? As soon as Milan's sold, the transfers will happen. Oh, God, can't afford to get rid of him if we've got no cover. Mick Davenport will be lucky for a top 10 finish with that defence. That's not me being negative, it's reality. Other teams, Norwich, Wrexham, Birmingham, even Derby have invested. I noticed Derby have been spending. Wayne Littlewood, we desperately need a striker, 2 players as a minimum, shy with that being a centre-back and a centre-forward. Current team, I don't think we make the playoff push and linger around 10th or 12th. Anything else would be a bonus. Dan, we need at least 2 new players before the whole game. Kitch and Sims aren't good enough to start. Assassins unite. Come on, guys, be positive. We're fitter than before. We've kept the squad together and we have 3 exciting additions. Here we go. Richard Hanna. Vicky, always the voice of reason.
Thanks, Richard.
Where are we? I just missed it now.
I thought you starred them.
I did, but beautifully they just jump, don't they? Sometimes when you do this. Here we go. We'll go here first. Glenn says, Sky Blue Hub, problem is the same as before. Who is the third midfielder besides Rudoni and Grimes? Who is our first choice left back? Who is our number 9? And what's our plan B if we aren't breaking teams down or trailing? Valid points. Sky Blue J says, a top left centre back, someone who's quick and aggressive, who can cover the left back area, a centre midfielder who is box to box, dynamic, that can break lines, win a competition, and a centre striker who can do the dirty work, but happy with 2. Right. Carry on. I'll just see if I...
Okay. Before we carry on, let's remind us of this, taking part on Thursday evening. It's the Fans Forum, Thursday, 7th of August. That's it. It's Thursday, 7:30, the Stag and Hen, loads of stuff going on. You can get a free chip batch if you get there early enough. Quiz night, raffle prizes, and I'm going to be obviously live as well. So be loads to talk about. So maybe you can get yourself down there on Thursday evening. Okay.
And I've found me where I should be now. I'll do these few more because there's quite a few. Glenn says, anyone else concerned that Frank has seemingly fell out with Binks, Collins, Bissett and can't get the best out of Sheaf or Sims? Assassins Unite. As fans, we always want more players, but we don't have to accommodate them. We don't need anyone. Bissett's moaning for game time. Dan says, you've got to take into account most of the championship is poor. Below 5th, it was terrible, in my opinion. Blimey. Wayne Little says, agreed to a midfielder as well, Vic. Someone who takes the ball by the horns. Mostly Love and Music says, Vicky's analysis is spot on again. We're solid if we can avoid losing players and bring in a couple of premium additions.
My head's going to explode.
Well, here we go. Bit more. Lee Dan says, Vicky is spot on. We are crying out for a creative centre midfielder who passes forwards to our strikers. Too many backward passes. Grimes needs to push forward, further forward. Too much faffing about. Right. Carry on, Ken.
Okay. Right. All right. Then let's move on. Let's talk about yesterday's game. The Bundesliga outfit from Germany visitors. And Miles, what did you make of it? What did you make of the game yesterday? They brought a few more fans than I thought, actually. They brought a few more than Real Betis did the week before. So they made themselves heard, didn't they? So what did you think about the performance, to be honest? And the obviously the team changed as the game went on. But overall, what was your view?
I thought it was better than Wednesday, that's for sure. It was definitely better than Wednesday. And yeah, fair play to the St Pauli fans. And they went down to the Memorial Park before as well and did a memorial remembrance down there for...
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, for Coventry. I don't know if you've seen the pictures all over Facebook, which was really good. But yeah, I thought we were better than Wednesday. Again, like Vicky said earlier, I thought that when we picked the ball up in midfield, we gave it away as well. It was like we picked it up, then we give it away. We won it back, then we give it away again. It was one of those. It was a bit funny in the middle for me. The 2 goalkeeper errors, as I say, I think they were just trying something out to try something different. The way that I think Frank and everyone wants them to work. I think we're definitely working a higher line. You can see that, but if you work a higher line, again, it goes back to the centre defenders. Are they quick enough to get back if the ball comes over the top? Answer to that is no. I don't think they are. But they're no Harry Maguire. They're not slow. So that's, they're not really slow. So that's a plus, I suppose. But yeah, it was it was quite good, really. I was very impressed with Mason Clark yesterday. I was very impressed with Kessler Hayden until he got injured. He did get took out a couple of times, which was pretty poor. So I'm impressed with him. He's probably one of the players that we brought in that I'm really impressed with. I think he's going to be some player, and I think under the coaching that we've got, I think he will become a real quality signing over time. I'm just hoping he isn't injured. As for Sante, again, I said that he'd worked his socks off. He looked better than he did last season, but then it is a friendly. So yeah, I thought it was better. It was better, but as I say, I'm a little bit still. I'm not sure we're there, but I think it was definitely an improvement, especially the first half.
Yeah, and then Sims come on and scored as well.
Yeah, it was funny. We were sat there. Yeah, we were sat there, and I said, "You watch this. He's gonna score a goal, isn't he?" And lo and behold, it was with his head as well. He jumped for a change. And I think so was it some bloke in front of me said he must have been watching Asante running his socks off and thinking, "Uh-oh, I've got to do some running here. I've got to try and jump, and I've got to try and score to get in this starting 11 because Asante for me was miles better than Sims." Even when Sims come on, I don't hate Sims. I really don't. There's a player there. We know there's a player there, but it's so frustrating when you see him sometimes. The lack of urgency and stuff like that. Same as Hadji Wright, his lack of urgency sometimes. But fair play to him. He jumped, he got the goal, and it was a cracking header. Right into the bottom corner. Brilliant, absolutely superb. I think we were a bit fortunate with the first goal, weren't we? But yeah, and it was nice to see Hadji Wright, which was good.
He was. He got sported a new haircut as well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I was impressed with, Raphael. For that brilliant cross, wasn't it, for Sims' goal? I've been impressed with him. He's a bit like a new player because we haven't seen much of him, have we, Raphael? So you never know. He might. I've got a funny feeling he might feature a lot more this season than last because the games I've seen him so far, I've been quite impressed with him, and hopefully he will carry on playing the way he has been because he looked very impressive. Claudio, good evening and welcome. And tell me about you were on the train, weren't you, watching it?
That's right. It's almost like you forgot I was here all along. Then when you're saying, welcome me again. It's
well, I haven't heard of
it's interesting, because they firstly I thought they'd bring more fans than that. I was a bit disappointed when I saw the amount they brought because Werder Bremen brought a stack last season.
Oh God, yeah, they were noisy, weren't they?
Made a right racket, didn't they?
Yeah.
The results, the two results are very good, to be honest, against two very good European top teams. Basically, let's not shy away from that. They are two good results, even though they are friendlies. I would, from what I saw, obviously I was watching on YouTube. There's the thing. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but Gary Neville talks about possession in football in his last 5 seasons when he played. How the people who had the most possession were all main midfielders, Fabregas, Scholes. He talks about these forward-thinking players. And the last 5 seasons in the Premier League, all the players who've had more possession than anybody else have been the centre-halves, Van Dijk, Colville. He names them all. And I'm watching our lot, and I'm thinking, we have become that, haven't we? Except it's Grimes who picks the ball up, and he's in front of our back four. You just wish, as someone's already mentioned, that he gets further forward and takes the team forward, because I think that's what's lacking sometimes, is that desire to want to get forward quickly. And I last night, I thought to myself, and we look really, really good when we do move the ball quicker. So all I took from that game this afternoon, is that when we move the ball around really well and do it quick, we look good. When we become too stationary, we just look placid. It looks predictable. And hence, that's why you get the issues with the goalkeeping error, because basically nothing was happening in front of him from what I could see, and he was kind of pointing that out. And I think it was his lack of concentration where he's tapped the ball forward, thinking of what people should be doing, not forgetting where the bloody ball was, basically. And we've seen that quite often, haven't we, with other teams? I mean, especially Southampton last season. So overall, it was a good result in a friendly. Hopefully, Kessler Hayden's fine and not too badly injured. My main worry is when Grimes went down for about, I was on the train, it seemed like 5 minutes, but it could have been buffering, so it might not have been 5 minutes. But it seemed like a long time that he was on the ground for.
Yeah.
I thought, oh no, if we lose Grimes, we're stuffed, basically.
Well, he don't get injured very often, does he? No.
And the one thing we don't want is our two centre halves on the ball. You know.
Yeah. I mean, overall though, do you think pre-season went to plan? Do you think it was okay? It was a good pre-season.
Well, we've had pre-seasons where we won all 7 and started the season terribly.
Yeah.
And we've had pre-seasons in the past where we've not been great and we've started better. So you can't tell, can you? I mean, it's one of those.
Yeah, it's next Saturday. The main thing is, and that's where it kicks. That's where everybody's looking forward to.
And Vicky did make a valid point when she says about the opposition. We used to play the dog and duck, didn't we? In all sorts of rubbish teams, basically. And I pointed this out to my lad, to Luca, when we were playing Betis. I says, in some ways, would it be better if we played a League One team just to boost a bit of confidence? And he said, well, maybe that's why Betis are playing us. I thought, oh, yeah.
Maybe.
They're top flight. We're Championship, aren't we?
I did notice, by the way, that Betis beat Sunderland.
Yeah. Yeah, my Sunderland mate messaged me just now saying, oh, we lost to Betis. I said, that's a bad 3 points to lose at home, that is. But I think, look, pre-season friendly, it's just one of those, isn't it? I mean, like Vicky said, if we'd have hammered St Pauli and hammered Betis, we'll be on here now raving like we were last season after the Everton game and the fact we played half decent against Werder Bremen. Maybe this is better than it. It's making me feel like I'm not having to expect too much this season. So anything's a bonus, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Well, be interesting. I mean, there's only, this time next week, we'll be all talking about 3 points in the bag, hopefully.
Yeah.
So all our worries go out the window. Right. Vicky, yesterday's game then, what do you think? I mean, I know it's a friendly and, when we didn't get beat, I thought we competed well. Did you?
Yeah, I think, and I think probably for large chunks of the game, we were the team on top. I don't think. I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's pre-season. There was frustrations, and there was things that were good, and it's about taking the things that were good and then trying to learn from the frustrations, isn't it? Really, I guess. I'd actually forgot about Grimes' injury, and I was really worried because that was right in front of me, and he was like holding his knee, and then he was like with that sort of like head in his hand type thing. And I'm thinking, is that a real injury? Like bad, because that is going to be a massive issue. And luckily he did get back up and start running around. So hopefully it was just temporarily something a bit painful. But that as well, because that was a worry. But I think, I mean, for me, I know Rushworth made a mistake, but I think overall I like the look of him in goal. I think he some decent shot saves, some decent claims of the balls into the box. Some sort of decent just presence, and I think, I mean, even the best goalkeepers in the world have made silly mistakes over the years, haven't they? I mean, it just happens. It's not. I mean, unfortunately,
I mean, he looks a lot more composed, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Than
So at least, like Miles said, at least he's got that out of his system now. Pre-season, which is better. I thought Torp looked really good. I was impressed with Torp, and actually, ironically, he's never been one of my sort of favourite midfielders. But I was impressed with him yesterday, and I thought he was a positive. I thought the Deaf one had a decent game, but then going back to what we were talking about earlier, that was a frustration because more than once he won the ball in that corner and passed to like Grimes, then all of a sudden it was all the way back with our goalkeeper. You're just thinking you need to be more adventurous and like dynamic in that situation rather than having like an attacking position and just giving it up all the time. So that was a bit frustrating. So I mean, it was nice to have a Saturday match in the sunshine and get back into it. But
Well, what did you think of Kai Andrews when he come on and Raphael? Because I was quite impressed with
I like Kai Andrews. I think he looks like he's going to develop into a really classy player. I think that's quite exciting as the season goes on. And I think Raphael looks decent. And like you said earlier, that's a new, almost like a new signing, isn't it? It wouldn't be a starter for me. I don't think he's first 11, but he's a decent option off the bench, isn't he?
Definitely, think. Yeah. Especially away from home. Maybe when Sakamoto struggles sometimes away from home, doesn't he? He gets a lot of stick away from home from players.
I think that would be the talent thing, won't it? Like Claudio was saying earlier, the reason we did last season was good home form, but we didn't have very good away form. And I think that would be the key this season. And players like Corp and Hadji White that never turn up away from home, if they can't turn up again this season, we're going to have the same problems. We need some of these players to actually make their presence felt away from home and not just do it when it's all nice at the CBS behind the full house. They need to be doing it on a, I don't know, I'm going to use a cliche because Dave Sports likes a cliche. If they could do it in a on a wet night in Stoke.
Yeah, well, so overall, I think you're optimistic for the season ahead, aren't you?
Yeah, me. I always lean towards optimistic. It's just so
Absolutely. I think you've got to be, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, all the teams will be saying, "Are they ready?" Nobody actually knows when they're going to be ready until we kick off, do we? So you might get a team up there you expect to be up there, and they might lose their first 3 or 4 games, and you think, "Oh, that's a bit of a shock." So,
well, if you remember, Ken, in League One, was it Norwich got battered 6-1 first game of the season against Colchester?
Yeah,
and they ended up winning the league.
I do remember that. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah. Anything
right. You might not know if you're ready or not.
No. At least if you get it wrong to start with, first couple of games, you've got plenty of time to put it right. Hopefully. Jack, what was your view of the game yesterday?
I mean, I was both impressed and disappointed, to be honest. I think we were better than Tuesday, but we were worse than Wednesday, I should say. There were things we did good, there were things we did bad. It sounds silly, but there were. I think we should have won both games, if I'm honest. It took a worldie on Wednesday, and it took goalie error and our defence parting like the Red Sea to not win the games. So I'm not concerned that we didn't win the games, of course, but the performance says we should have won both, which is the main thing to me. We're just too slow, aren't we? To me, Sheaf and Grimes do not work together. The pace and they're great playing like two defensive players, and if we go away to a Leicester and Ipswich or Sheffield United, maybe those two that are playing now are good away from home to just sit in front of that back four, soak up pressure and try and nick a 1-0. That's great. When you're playing at home, you've got to score 1, and knowing our defence, you've got to score 2. So if we play Sheaf and Grimes together, I think we're already hindering our goal-scoring capabilities with the attacking potential that those two have, which isn't as much as other players. I like Torp, but we know Radoni's going to start in the 10. Torp should be starting alongside Grimes in the midfield, I think. Andrews and Raphael are going to play a good part this year, I'm sure. They show pace, they show enthusiasm, they show they want to take the ball, take it forwards, not just pass, rotate round, move. They've got that forward intent with them, which is great. And even, like I say, Asante looked pretty good, to be honest. It's one of his better games. If he could shoot like Matty Godden could shoot, he'd have got a hat-trick, simply.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but I'm glad he's missing the chances now, not in a week's or two's time, although we might be having this conversation in a week or two.
I thought we missed Radoni yesterday, didn't we? With a bit of attacking flair. He's the one that sort of gets us going, I think.
We're always going to miss Radoni because he's Jack Radoni and he's our best player. Simple as. But did we look at an awful team without him? No, I don't think we did. I think Torp 10 stepped up well and had a good performance. Yes, he was covered by those two, double pivots or whatever they'd want to call them these days, Sheaf and Grimes. But yeah, I don't think we missed Radoni, but certain oppositions we would miss Radoni, certain oppositions we wouldn't. And that's just the way life is. You could probably play against Sheffield Wednesday right now, not play a striker, and you'd win 3 or 4-0. So You know, we could be missing a good few players against Sheffield Wednesday and give them a game, a good battering at the moment. It's just that's football, isn't it? But no, I'm impressed. Bottom line, I really am impressed. I really just wish we can move the ball quicker. Sometimes, if you have to come back to the defence, come back to Grimes, come back to the keeper, it's a must. You play the way you face and you absorb the pressure. But to then stop and turn and pass and then look back that way and pass it back, it's just like, come on. There's times you do that to soak up the pressure, and there's times you go, the pressure's absorbed, nobody's moving, someone do something. And in the case with the goalie cock-up that led to the goal, I mean, I'm not concerned about that again. I would much rather a goalkeeper make a mistake with his feet than with his hands.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake with your hands, it's a goal. If you make a mistake with your feet, there are still a world of possibilities that could happen. You know, the striker could miss, he could fall over, defender could do anything, get in the way, stop it on the line. There's loads of potential. But for me, I see that as a Ben Sheaf problem almost, because he was stood in acres of space, but with a man in between him and the goalie. So you might be in space, but you might not be available for a pass. And I think that's something that Josh Eccles is really good at. He's great at finding the space, but he's not always available to receive the ball. And those are two very different things. You don't always need space to receive a ball, but you know, you need to find the spaces to be able to receive a ball as well. And Sheaf was stood there, not moving, doing nothing, offering nothing. And that's where the error came from. And they had a chat.
I think a long conversation between them both.
Yeah, I hope that was all polite and above board, aggressive. But that's where the captain, you know, if whether he should be the captain or not, he should hold his hands up and say, yes, I'm really sorry. I could have done more for you there. However, you know, you can't just roll the ball
I think it's probably a bit of both, really.
Yeah.
Maybe. But let's hope it's a one-off. I mean, but he does look a lot more composing than Collins or Ben Wilson. Even.
I mean, when I said to my dad, I said when Dovin come back into the team just after that Christmas period, around the Christmas period, we all went, wow, we feel a lot calmer with Dovin with the ball at his feet and playing it out, because frankly we just got over having Brad Collins in goal for 6 weeks and we were relieved. But when Rushworth was on the ball the last two games, he made 2 cock-ups. But on Wednesday, it was like, wow, I'm so calm. And we were only concerned with Rushworth having the ball at his feet after he made the first error. If he hadn't made the first error, we wouldn't be concerned. And even the players seemed to react better that we can play football with this keeper. And the passes weren't going directly to him. They were going 5-10 yards either way. And he was jogging there and picking it up and Cruyff turning. And his distribution looks good. And the main thing is he's made 4, 5, 6 good saves.
Yeah.
So many, many positives to take out of these 2 friendlies. I know we've just said, are we ready or not? Take the positives. We're on the up with our performances over the last few weeks. We've got a goalie in. That's the main thing.
Okay.
We'll go from there.
Yeah, well, that's fair view. I mean, that's the panel's view of yesterday's game. Now, let's see the viewers' views, Claudia.
Well, Jeff says our first 4 games have more than enough to take those teams apart. RJCCF, we need a CB or 2, a winger to push Saka and EMC. Raphael, all right for a cameo, but not ready. Jeff, transfer deadline, 1st of August. If we need any more, then that's when it was happening. I think he means the 1st of September.
September, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think much will happen now to the last week, probably. Mark Lights, all good teams are built from the back. Our defence won't cope this season. We're on our way, says Assassins Unite. Go for it, City. Dan, it's a good job that August is fairly easy. Well, to be honest, I thought we were going to win most of our games last season until we played Leeds, and we absolutely cocked it up last season. Glenn, the Sky Blue Hub. Also, the goals v St Pauli were carbon copies of the goals we conceded last season. Lessons not learned. Surely these things should be addressed on the coaching pitch, which is my concerns, Glenn, with our central... I mean, even the second goal was a ball straight through the middle in the end.
Yeah, it was a soft goal.
What Sims should have been doing, but that was just too easy. Too easy to play that ball straight through the middle. You know, it's Paul. Skybury J. Hadji stays fit. He gets 20 goals. Agree with Jack on all his views on all the strikers. Yeah. Mick Davenport, you're not beating Vicky. She's about 4-1 up at the minute. Mick Davenport,
but she might be 4-1 up, but I've still got one more than you, pair.
Here we go. Come on, where's your fan club tonight? Mick Davenport, I think our goalkeeping coach needs replacing. And Glenn says, you don't need a 20-goal striker to get promoted. Burnley Sunderland didn't have one. No, I think we need a striker that fits the way we want to play. It's not about just scoring the goals. It's about pulling, because Frank likes to play with a midfield that gets into the box, which means you just need a striker to pull defenders away so those midfielders can get into the box. Skyblue J, looking for us the first 4 games prior to the window closing. We should be able to win. I would expect 10 points at least in the next month. Get in some quality. I get Vicky's point about something else difference, but I see a midfield player as a 3rd level priority, says Mark Rainbow. Last season, Jeff says, Dave Sports says, I like the new statue of Ellis Sims. Just think putting it on the pitch is a strange decision. Jeff, last season top scorer was 19 for Leeds. Had you got 12 and he was out for 4 months? I know.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
Autism Monkey. Miles on drugs, not top 6 with this team. It's better than last year. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not there. Richard Harris, we will be there or abouts with what we've got. Even being here for pre-season will make a big difference compared to last year. That is a good point, Richard, actually, because he came in at Christmas, didn't he? So,
yes.
So it'd be interesting to see what it's like with him here.
He's starting the season, isn't he? Which he didn't last year with us. So
yes, that will make a difference. Mick Davenport, we look very complacent at the back, and that's how mistakes happen. But I think it happens when the play slows down too much, and I think you get caught. It's when you're stood still, it's easy to get the ball off you. It's simple as that, and then you've lost momentum and you can't recover. Wayne Littlewood, when you look at teams like Leicester, Burnley, Leeds, Southampton, Ipswich, who have gone up and compare our squad to theirs, then it shows how far we are away. However, they've had Prem money, which we haven't had. With our budget, we have produced decent results. Is Wayne all right? He must have had a good wedding fair this weekend.
I was going to say, but you look at some other teams that have gone up. Like, I mean, the Ipswich team that went up. I mean, clearly they were good because they went up automatically. But if we'd have looked at their team on paper at the beginning of the season, you wouldn't go, "Oh, that's a team that will walk in second place," would you? You know, the Sunderland team that got promoted last year. Even Luton, when they played us in the final, you wouldn't think either of their teams on paper were, ready to go up. So you don't have to have a world-class squad to get promoted. You have to have a good enough squad to compete. And if you can compete and get in the playoff conversation, anything is possible. It's a lottery. We have found that out over the last 2 or 3 years. So, we can aim for top 2, but it's not a realistic projection because we're competing. But you can still instill this idea in the players that this is where we want to be. Work your hardest, and it might happen. So,
Dave Sports Photo says, Jake, the measure of success of this season is 100% promotion. Oh, and Cliche Man has just yellow carded you for let's see where we are after 10 games.
That's it. I'm on a yellow card, everyone. Woo!
Matt Rainbow, the question we aren't really asking is, does the club have the budget to bring in too many more players?
Well, they've got a bit of money to spend, surely. They've had some money coming, haven't they, from Binks? They've got a bit of money from Vic. They've had record season ticket sales. They've had record shirt sales, I presume.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a lot of money.
It's all down to whether Doug is prepared to put the club in a bit of debt to make the signings, take the gamble. Stick or twist, as Miles was saying Thursday night. I think he's sticking at the minute. Nicholas Coleman said, "Hi, Miles." Who's just got off the screen. Said hello on Saturday. Forgot to ask for your autograph. DK has the right view. Loans are not what we need, except in an emergency. Goalkeeper position was an emergency. Dave Sports Photo says, Ken, yellow card for there's no easy games in the Championship. Cliche man is very busy dishing out cards tonight.
Does that mean if we get a second yellow, we can't come on Thursday next week?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Glenn
banned.
says.
Oh, no copy red card.
Glenn says from the Sky Blue Hub, Mickey Moore was 2.3 million loan fee to sign for a club. Clubs are paying that are crazy. Some clubs are paying 10 million just to get a loan. I just find it bizarre.
Yeah.
That's mental, isn't it? That's mental for a loan.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also, I'm sure was it the Chelsea play where they were going to loan him and they decided not to, and they've been you pay a fine, like millions, for not buying him after you said you would.
Oh, yeah, so Sancho, they had to pay a fee to not sign him on a permanent deal.
It's just nuts, isn't it? Frank Wood, correct. Doug is correct about loan players. It's dead money, like renting a property. Buying is always better. It's true if you can afford it. This is the whole case, isn't it?
Yeah, it all depends on circumstances, like anything, isn't it?
Yes. This is Harry74. He says, are there any rumours around Callum Doyle? He would be perfect for City. Oh, I've not heard anything.
I've heard little rumours about Callum Doyle. I've heard that we've bid 7 million and we got turned down, and then Man City want 10 million. So they're a bit apart at the moment regarding the figures.
Can't you help the club out, Ken? You must have 3 million in the bank.
No, I can't quite make up that much.
All the overtime you're doing.
I'm sure you can put a few quid in.
I'm skint after my holiday in Italy. CCFC, there aren't many clubs who don't have a dip in form throughout the Championship season. If we have a good start, it doesn't necessarily mean that we won't have a poor run later in the season. Get into the playoffs and just completely drop off like Sunderland would be good. Terry Ewins, although we have a team not adding loads of new players, surely the consistency and solidarity of the team has a high value compared to clubs like Birmingham and Wrexham, who are signing people left, right and centre. These players are coming in, will need to learn to play the style and gel with the squad, which could have some teething issues. I don't know why Birmingham think they're going to do so well. I think it's hilarious, isn't it? I really do.
Yeah. I keep saying that to my mate at work, as Birmingham fan. I say we'll see where you are at Christmas.
It's making me want to like Villa at this rate.
That must be a red card, Claudio. If me and Ken are on yellow, you must have a red.
Well, you know what I mean? They got in the past. The Blues are like the team that are down the road, a bit of an inconvenience, but you're not really worried about them. But they keep. I mean, I've worked with two of them now. They're just an absolute nightmare. The pair of them. Jeff, best form from December last season, apart from Leeds and Burnley. Good start of the season, and every reason to be positive. Correct, Jeff. Absolutely correct. That is. JH audits. How come we don't have a sleeve sponsor this season? Or is Doug doing to inflate the price to sponsor it using his oil business?
I did notice that, actually. No sleeve sponsor. Mercury was the sponsor last year, weren't it, on the sleeves? They just had the badges on one sleeve and Mercury on the other. Maybe they've got two types of championship badges on this year. I don't know.
Yeah, or they may have not dotted the I's and crossed the T's. Tom Dunks. That's a new name. I've never seen that one before. Welcome to the show.
Tom
Dunks. I'm a bit disappointed with Grimes. He's too slow when he's got the ball, and I feel the only player who has one aim of going forward towards goal is Rudoni, or as the commentator called him on Saturday, Rudini, always wanting the ball and to go forward with it.
Yeah.
Most love music. I was assuming that Grimes would be captain this year, but Sheaf has the armband versus St Pauli. Grimes feels like more of a vocal leader.
Well, I didn't. We weren't all sure whether it'd be here, would be, to be honest.
Question for Claudio: what's happened to the Sky Blue archive from Rob Nichols? It's no longer working. There's been a server issue which they're trying to resolve. And fingers crossed on the Sky Blue History podcast, which we're going to do this week, possibly the greatest player ever to play for Coventry City, as voted by the fans. Matt Smith, Milan heavily linked with Wolfsburg, could be exactly what we need to fund 3-4 quality signings.
Didn't realise you got Peter Vincenti on, Claudio. Should have said.
And Ramirez. Kevin Kyle.
Oh.
Yakubu, that 45 minutes on the halfway line. Mark Rainbow, Birmingham and Wrexham had to spend teams they put out last season would struggle to finish above 15th. I don't think either side will find things as easy as some have suggested. I'll do a couple more, Ken, then we'll have to.
Yeah. I've
got to say, the comments are fantastic. I'm kind of going through some of them because some of them are very similar to others. So I'm not going to read every single comment out, as we'll be here till I sign on in the morning at work. Jeff, we were the better team against FC St Pauli. A couple of mistakes at the back, but overall very positive. They're a good Bundesliga outfit that must be taken into account. I mean, yeah, the wonder goal against Real Betis, that goal as well.
Yeah.
Mistake, like Jack says. So really, could have been talking about 2 really good wins. Dave Saunders, the build-up is far too slow. It's got better and quicker when Sheaf went off. I don't mind the transition along the back, but it's too slow, isn't it? If they just knock it straight across the back and straight back again, fine. But Jack pointed out, it goes centre-half to left back to centre-half, back to left back. Move it, basically. I think.
Well, this is where we miss players like Hamer and O'Hare, because Hamer and O'Hare, they both got the ball and ran with it, and they got forward. Every opportunity they went forward.
And Torp does a bit of that, actually, I think, when he comes on. He does carry the ball well, I think.
Yeah.
Ken and Tomo Rushworth had made some good saves during pre-season, some good positioning. Yes, some mistakes, unfortunately, but ask yourselves, have you never made a mistake whilst at work? We are all human.
Yeah.
I can't say I have, actually.
Sure? Are you sure about that?
My boss would say turning up was the first one. The frailties of last season have shown up again already, says Mick Kelly. Jeff says, and it was a good header. Sims' top header, he drags defenders towards him, making space, big part of his role. That goal is the kind of goal I expect Ellis Sims to score at least every third game, because he should be doing it. He's a big bloke. He's got strength there. He just needs to use it. And it was from behind the goal. I don't know if you've seen it from directly behind the goal. It's a really good header, actually. It is really well placed.
Not sure about his celebration afterwards.
Well, he's probably a bit cheesed off, Ken, to be honest. Frank Wood, it's all about moving off the ball. When our players are given the person with the ball options, we look. A problem is when the players off the ball are slow or static. Right then, I'll stop there, Ken.
Okay, right. We're going to move on to predictions from the panel. I'm sure we've all been thinking about this over the last few weeks. Top 6 predictions and your bottom 3 predictions. Who you think is going to go down? I've got mine here, and I'm sure you've all got yours written down. Shall we start with then Milesy, who's been out? He probably went away to change all his, didn't he? Change your predictions. He's back with us.
Can I before we do?
Yes.
Before we do, I don't know if you've done Thursday's forum. It is sold out.
I was about to say about ticket wise. I was waiting for it to come back on. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all sold out, but you can always take the chance and come down on the night, see if anyone hasn't turned up, might be able to get you in. But if you can all bring cash down with you, I will have a card machine for raffle tickets. I have got a card machine, but if you can all bring cash down, that would be great. We got some amazing prizes. I don't know if you've gone through the prizes, but we've added to the prizes.
Doing it now.
So we do have the 2 Tom Grennan tickets. 2 Tom Grennan tickets for the CBS Arena on the 29th of August. I'll be there, obviously. We've got this great picture from Gordon Tulliart, it's amazing. This is absolutely amazing. He's going to bring it down. Hopefully, he's going to have it framed. He might have even got some signatures. I don't know yet. He hasn't told me. We've got 2 tickets for David Speedie night. If you haven't already bought your tickets for this, then please do head over to the Walsgrave Workingmen's Facebook Club Facebook page. All the link is in the description. Now, that's selling out like hotcakes. It's over 100 tickets sold for David Speedie. I knew this would be absolutely brilliant. So please get your tickets bought for David Speedie. But not only that, we have now Paul Cutterford has just bought this, and he's going to donate it to the channel. I don't know if you can see that on the screen very well. Can you? I don't think you can you?
Come back a bit.
But it's a metal sign. The Cov City crest. There, can you see it there? No, the light shining.
Yeah.
But it's the club crest. It's the old badge with the football elephant and castle on the top. It's a like a brushed metal. It looks absolutely brilliant. So he's donated that. We've got 2 scarves from Take Me Home Highfield Road. I don't know if you know, but he's just launched brown scarves, which look wicked.
Wow.
They look really.
I'd expect Claudio to still have
we've
a
got
brown
one of those.
scarf.
We've got a sky blue. So we've got sky blue one as well. We've got a Take Me Home Highfield Road mug. We've also got Sky Blue Fans TV mug. What else was there? There was something else as well in the prize draw. But also we might have a auction for an item, might we, Claudio? Is that correct?
Yeah. We have. So that's a good possibility. So hopefully it's the commemorative 2007 FA Cup 20 years. Sorry, 1997. 2007. Yeah, 20 years after the FA Cup final. They brought out the replica shirt. It was in a box and everything. There was a book inside it.
Yeah.
And a load of books got signed by the squad at the time. And hopefully we'll have that for auction on the night. I've got one already, which is already signed. And what is value about it? What the value of this is the signature of Cyril Regis, obviously, and of course John Sillett and George Curtis, which for obvious reason you wouldn't be able to do now. But and that's why it's such a prized possession to have. And hopefully I should have it for Thursday.
Right, so that'll be
what we will do is for that we'll probably do. So what we'll do for that is we'll probably do live auction in the room, but also online as well. So whoever's watching online, they can bid on it as well. So we can do all of that, and it should be a good night. So bring some cash. You're going to need some cash on Thursday. Make sure you've got it all, because we've got some amazing prizes to give away, and also you get a chip batch.
That's great. That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's free. And I've bumped into people at the ground yesterday, and everyone's really looking forward to coming down. They really are. So it's going to be a great night. Really looking forward to it myself as well.
I will say as well that the auction is not for the channel; it's for the Sky Blue Archives as well, basically to raise funds for those guys, because it's all voluntary what they're doing, and it costs a lot of money to keep a website going. As you know, we've got a problem with the server at the minute, but everything else, basically.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Superb. So we'll see you on Thursday, hopefully. Right.
Should be a fantastic
league predictions.
Yeah, league predictions now. We've all been thinking about this over the last few weeks, I'm sure. I've got all mine written down here. I'll give you mine at the end. I'm going to go through the panel first, and I'll give you mine last. Milesy, what are you thinking then? Top 6 to start with.
You're all going to hate me. I haven't put us anywhere near the top 6, to be honest. I'm not feeling it this season. Sorry. I know I'm being negative. I'm just not feeling it. So that's how it is. I'm not going, we're going to win the league like last season, because I don't think we're ready. But I'm going. Okay, in reverse order, or do you want me top first? Reverse order. Okay, I'm going in 6th place for me. Jack's probably going to make notes. I know I can see him.
Yeah.
I'm going Middlesbrough 6th. I'm going Middlesbrough 6th. I think they're due a playoff place, missing out the last couple of times. I'm going then in 5th, Wrexham.
Wow.
They've got a bit. Yeah, they got momentum. They got the money. They're splashing the cash, and it's becoming ridiculous. All these teams being taken over by American stars and business owners, and it's just ridiculous. Birmingham, I'm going 4th. I'm putting them in there, and then Leicester 3rd, because the Football League are dragging their feet about Leicester. I don't think anything's going to get done this season with Leicester. I just think they're just going to carry on as normal. Nothing's happening there. Southampton 2nd, and I'm going Ipswich top.
Okay.
There you go. That's my predictions.
How about your
for the
3
top
to
6.
go down?
This was really difficult. This was, I'll tell you what, this is really hard when you're looking at it. It really is hard. Because Oxford did so well last season, Portsmouth did so well last season. You would probably put them down there, and Derby was down there as well. But Derby have spent some money, so I can see them, being okay. I'm going 3rd from bottom, Preston. Then 2nd from bottom, I've gone Oxford, which this is why I said it's really tough. This is I'd like to see Oxford stay up, to be honest, because they're going through some poo stuff at the moment with the ground and everything else. So I would like to see them stay up, but I'll put them 2nd from bottom. And then obviously bottom, because they are really in the doo-doo, Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think they're buried. I think they're absolutely buried.
Yeah.
Who was your 3rd from bottom? Sorry, Miles, I missed that.
So there's my. So
Sheffield Wednesday.
So who was your
Sheffield
3rd from
Wednesday
bottom? Your 3rd from bottom. Who was that?
Preston.
Okay, right, that's fair enough. Okay, interesting predictions there. Claudio, have you got a few different of opinion there with yours?
Not much of a difference, actually. I'm using my shoot league ladders.
From 1979.
Yeah, shoot league ladders.
How old are you, mate?
So, in its 6th place, I think we are going to sneak in at 6th place this season.
Wow.
Who we got last game of the season?
Watford away, Vicarage Road.
Yeah, Watford away. We'll beat them away. We'll guarantee playoff spot by hook or by crook. Then, a bit like Miles, I don't think Leicester are going to get punished at all or punished enough. And they've still got a decent squad. So I've got them down as 5th. Southampton 4th, because I still, Premier League, they've still got the money. They've still got the players. I think they'll do it. Middlesbrough 3rd, because I think surely at some point they're going to get into the playoffs. And maybe, they have got rid of Carrick, haven't they? I've got that right, haven't I?
Yeah.
Change of manager, change of fortune, maybe.
Rob Edwards and Adi Vivash.
Yeah, well, there you go. Exactly. Now, 2nd, I really do think Sheffield United will go up this season. They've still got a good squad. They've still got a decent player. And especially if they don't get rid of Hamer. If Hamer stays, they've got a really good chance of getting promoted. And then top of the table, I'm with Miles, Ipswich. They've got a hell of a squad. Don't we remember that 4-1 drubbing in the Cup with their reserve team? I mean, they've not lost a lot of players. If anybody, is it just Delap has gone? Is it Delap who's left? He's gone to Chelsea, hasn't he? Yeah, they've got a hell of a squad still. So, but I think we'll get playoffs. Just.
Okay, and relegation?
I'm going to go for Oxford again.
Don't tell your mate. Don't tell your mate.
Old Oxford.
He's probably watching this, Andy. I just think there's. I don't know. They're not going to get a second season. Surely they can't be like they were last season. So I've gone for them. Also, Charlton. I don't think Matty Godden's goal is going to keep him in the league they're not that great, to be honest. And then bottom of the table, Sheffield Wednesday, because I'm not even sure they're going to have a starting 11 come next week away at Leicester. That'll be an interesting game next Sunday, because it could be an annihilation if they haven't got a squad against Leicester. But you know it's like in football, when you're up against it, you can turn your fortunes around, can't you? And the fact that Barry Bannon has signed a contract, I think, is unbelievable, really. I thought he might have just gone, but it's a desperate affair, isn't it, Sheffield Wednesday? So I do think they'll go down, purely because life's a bit crap at Sheffield at the minute.
Probably Badden's going to be a player manager because they haven't got a manager.
Really? Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? Absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Be interesting. Okay. Interesting predictions there. Okay, Vicky, what have you got on your agenda for the top 6?
Okay, a fair few of the same sort of teams, really. But I was thinking that generally there's always like a random team that like no one's really given any credit to pre-season and just sneaks in, and it'll probably be some team that hasn't been there recently. So I was trying to think who that could be, and I thought maybe even a team that didn't do very well last season, someone like a Derby or a Stoke or like a Blackburn or someone. But actually, somebody said Middlesbrough. Well, I say I don't think they will do that well this season. I'm going to go Blackburn for 6th. Randomly. I think we'll make 5th, so Coventry 5th.
Oh.
Then Sheffield United. Then Leicester, because it also looks like they're getting. If they only get a few points as well, it won't make any difference, will it? It'll be like Sheffield United last season, unless they get a massive deduction. It'll make no difference. Then Southampton, and then Ipswich.
Oh, okay.
I don't even think Wrexham or Birmingham will make the top 6. I think there's a lot of hype, but they're going to get a bit of a shock. And I also think Wrexham has spent a lot of money on a lot of old players, when we all know that the way to real success is some young, hungry players. So I think they're in for a bit of a shock, personally. But I might be eating my words come the end of the season, but I think that if Wrexham are anywhere near the top 6, I'll be absolutely gobsmacked.
Okay. Who's going down then, in your opinion?
So Sheffield Wednesday, bottom, then Hull, and then either Portsmouth, Oxford, or Charlton. Probably Charlton. Okay, Charlton.
Yeah, Charlton. Okay. You don't think Matty Godden will save them?
I think that it could be any of those teams. The disadvantage they've got is it's their first season, and it's the hardest, isn't it? Whereas Portsmouth and Oxford have at least got a bit of experience. It could be any of those, really. Also, I think Swansea might struggle this season. They're in a bit of a mess. But anyway, that's my 3.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, Jack, what's your thoughts on the top 6?
I've got. I think we're very similar. We've sort of all got 5 out of the same 6 in the top few, or there's at least 4 links. I've got Southampton coming 6th. I don't think they're going to be as strong as they hope to be. I still think they'll be a playoff contending team. I feel like they're going to end up 6th. Contrary to a couple of you, I've got Birmingham 5th. I know Miles has put Birmingham in there. I've got Birmingham 5th. I really fear that they're going to be the big, loud, nosy neighbours, and they're actually going to do okay, which is a real shame for the rest of us. But put Coventry in 4th. So I do actually think we'll finish above Birmingham. I'm being the optimist this year. I'm saying we're finishing 4th. I know we haven't got Ken's in yet, but that's me putting Cov the highest out of the 4 of us. I've got Sheffield United in 3rd as well. I think that they're really strong. They haven't really lost anyone. They've lost Vinny Souza, I know, but they could put Hamer back in that midfield and play a winger on the wing where Hamer should be playing. Leicester, I think, will get an automatic spot in 2nd place. I agree. I just think that the EFL will forget to deduct too many points, or if they do, they'll just say, "Oh, I have 2 and a slap on the wrist." And they're good enough. They haven't really added anyone. They've brought in Begovic in goal, I think, and they haven't really lost anyone. So, and they've got a few players back off loan that they had in the Championship last year. Harry Suter, I think he's still at Leicester. I think he'll, he's a decent enough centre half in the Championship. So I can see them finishing second, and I'm going with the panel. Ipswich are going to walk the league. They might even get 100 points. They got 90 odd a couple of years ago, and I can see them absolutely walking the league. That's my top 6. I'm not going to predict the playoffs yet. I know I'll put us 4th, but that puts us home and away against Birmingham in a semi-final, so that could be tasty.
Be very tasty. Okay, relegation.
Yeah, going with the panel. Sheffield Wednesday are at the bottom. I think they're relegated already. You may as well just stick them in League One for this season. You know, they'll probably get relegated from that as well, to be honest, at the moment. I know there was a comment I read earlier that someone said, remember Bolton the other year? Everyone was drubbing them 5-0 and we only managed a 0-0 draw. But, you know, they still went down and we still went up that year. So it all worked out. I've got Oxford 23rd because I don't think they're strong enough. They haven't really added anyone. And I've put Hull in the bottom 3 as well, same as Vicky. I think the fact that they buy players and it never seems to work and then change their manager and then, you know, they aim for 6th and they come 7th by the width of a pube and then they sack the manager and start again. It's like, what? I don't get it. So Hull are in the drop for me.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, then I'll give you mine then, I suppose. Top 6 for me. We'll start at the bottom. 6th place, I think Sheffield United just squeeze in there. Sheffield United in 6th place. 5th place, I've gone for our neighbours down the road, Leicester. I think they'll be top 6. I don't think they'll go any higher than that. 4th place, I've probably agreed with most of you. Middlesbrough will be there or thereabouts. I think it's time they're getting into the playoffs. They've been close last couple of seasons. So I've gone the 4th place at Middlesbrough. 3rd place, I've gone for Coventry City. I think we'll finish in 3rd, just short again of the playoffs. 2nd place, I'm going for Southampton. And 1st place, no surprise, Ipswich Town for me. So I think everybody's agreed on Ipswich winning the league, just because they seem so strong. They've lost hardly any players, and they're a good side. And we all might be proven wrong, but I just think they'll have a very good season again. So that's my top 6. For relegation, I'm going obviously coming upwards. Sheffield Wednesday bottom, followed by Preston North End, our voodoo team. Get rid of them, get them down. So Preston to go down, and I think Portsmouth will struggle this year, I think. So I've gone for Sheffield Wednesday, Preston and Portsmouth for my relegation 3 teams. So there you go. So Jack, I think they're all sort of similar, aren't they?
Yeah, we've all got Ipswich at the top. We've all got Sheffield Wednesday at the bottom. There's a general consensus of either Oxford, Hull, Charlton, or Preston to go down. Portsmouth's quite a rogue shout, I think, personally. None of us even mentioned them for the drop. So yeah. And then it's the same sort of teams in the top few. I think I'm the only one that hasn't put Middlesbrough in there. There's Southampton in everyone's list. There's Leicester. There's Sheffield United in everyone except Miles. A couple of us put Birmingham. Miles has gone Wrexham, so that's quite an outside shout for us. But do you know what? I did the full 24 table earlier, and I put Wrexham 7th, so not far out of the conversation. And then a very rogue shout. Well, personally, I think rogue shout Blackburn from Vicky. I've actually put Blackburn 21st in my predictions. So,
I'll tell you how I really wanted it, because I think it will be a team that's a bit random like that.
Millwall's your shout then, I think. If you're going random, Millwall's your shout.
Well, no, I really wanted to go Stoke, but then I felt like I might be like that. I felt a bit like controversial because I'm like Robin. That's what I really wanted to do. Say Stoke.
So who do the panel think might be the first manager to go?
Wow!
Well, hang on. Before we decide that, can I just say, Miles, you're the only one that doesn't think Coventry will finish in a playoff position this year. Can we all just remember that? And I want this to be noted in the comments. Miles is pessimistic.
Can I just say, this is the first season that I've not been confident. And everyone knows that. Every year, I know I jokingly say it, but every year I say we're going to win the league. I say it every year, right? And I do. But this season, I'm not feeling it. There's something. I don't know what it is. It's just in me at the moment. I just don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. I really aren't feeling it. Where last season, you know, we signed a couple of players and we suddenly signed Thomas Asante, and it was like, right, here we go. Then that was it. That's what. Then I went, right, we're going to win the league, because it was a marquee sort of signing in a way. I'm just cracking up at Lee Dan because he's put a few comments in here, and he's just gone, Miles, do you want to change your mind? No, I don't want to change my mind.
Yeah. So Lee Dan's little story. Miles, you sell out. I can see you smiling, Miles. Yes, Jack, well done, mate. Go on, Ken PUSB. Miles, do you want to change your mind? Mighty Sky Blues top three. Come on, City. Miles, you sell out. You should be sacked. But then we've also got. I'm with you, Miles. Mick Davenport, and Wes Scott. I'm with you. So
there you go.
Lee Dan, you got to have a go at them too as well.
The thing for me, look, I know I'm going to get slated, even if we get into. Look, this is why we do the channel. It's a good fun in it, and that's what we're about. We're having a bit of fun. But the thing for me is, something isn't feeling what it was feeling in the last couple of last 3 or 4 seasons. It's just something isn't. So it's not ticking the boxes for me at the moment, and it just doesn't feel. It doesn't feel right. It just doesn't. There's something not there that's making me want to go, right, we're going to do this. Do you know what I mean? There really is. And I think we just hit the nail on the head every single week on the show. We know where we need to strengthen. We've strengthened in 2 of the places, but we haven't strengthened in the other 3 places. That's the problem. And when you're watching other teams around you buying players that would suit our team, and they're in the positions that we need to fill, and you hear about the money they're going for. We don't know what wages they're on, but we hear about the money they're going for, and you think, Christ almighty, why haven't we gone in for that player? Or why haven't we gone and signed that player? That's why I'm feeling that way, is because I'm watching other clubs buying players in the positions that we need to strengthen and bring in quality. And that's why I'm feeling that way at the moment.
Do you think if Frank got a couple of new players in next week, would that change your mind?
Probably, yeah. If we go and sign Callum Doyle, then I'm putting us in the playoffs. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Because that's one position.
Yeah.
It's the one position we need to fill. Then we need to fill that midfield playmaker. We need a Hamer, someone like that we can drag from somewhere.
Are we going to do not a redraw of these predictions then, but are we going to do predictions V2? Let's say in the September international weekend.
No.
Yeah. Well, we can look at them, but we don't have to change them. No, I wouldn't be changing mine. I don't think. I'm quite confident with mine.
I think
we can look at them.
Transfer window shirt, because that does make a difference, isn't it, Jack? Once we know what our squad is and what everyone else's squad is come the end of the transfer window. Because if we sign someone like massive next week, we're all going to change our mind, aren't we? And if someone else loses somebody really good, so I think we don't have to change it, but we can just revisit it, couldn't we, and say, what do we think now?
The thing is, we've brought in 3 players where we needed to strengthen, haven't we? We brought in a right back, we brought in a left back, we brought in a Premier League goalkeeper. Yes, okay, he had a couple of howlers yesterday, but I swear that they were trying something different yesterday. They were trying something completely different that they were told to do. You could tell that's what they were doing. They were experimenting. We've always said you need a Premier League goalkeeper to get out of this league. We've filled the left back, filled the right back. We just need 3 more players. We need 3 more players. And I think if you sign those 3, centre back, midfielder, and a striker, then I think you're looking at playoffs. But until we fill those 3 spots, I can't see us hitting the playoffs. I can't see us doing it. Really can't.
Well, it's all down to opinion, isn't it, at the end of the day? And everybody's got their own opinions of players and teams. selections, all that sort of stuff. But there's only one man that does it, and that's Frank Lampard. So I think he knows where. He's not stupid. He's been around a long time. He knows what we need, I think, and I believe he'll get them. He'll get a couple more players at least in the next couple of weeks. I really do.
Yeah, but we thought that last season, Ken. We thought that last season, didn't we? You know, we brought in some players early, and we went, "Oh, here we go." Then all of a sudden, we didn't sign anyone else, and that was it. It was like, nah. And that's the problem we've got is when you're competing, we haven't got the money of Ipswich, Southampton, Leicester, Sheffield United, Birmingham, Wrexham. We haven't got the money. We cannot. It's this league with these teams coming into this league with the parachute payments and these teams that have got new owners from America and all this. We are starting now to feel the pinch. This is where we're feeling the pinch now. And you've got to sell a player to buy the players in. We don't want to lose Milan, but if we have to sell Milan, we need to sell Milan for at least 12 million, 13 million. That brings in 2 quality players then at this level. But we can't, you know, we can't. The thing is, we can't carry anyone this season. At the moment, that squad, we are going to be carrying players through games. We are going to be playing looking like we've got 10 men on the pitch because there are certain players that are not at the quality that we need. And that's the thing this season. So with the squad we've got, it's going to look like we're playing with 10 men at some points during the games. And you can see it. You can see it already in pre-season. There are players that are just not, they're not there. One of them's Ben Sheaf. I love Ben Sheaf. Brilliant. He's lost it. He's in, like we said, Vic, last week, didn't we? Injury. Are they catching up with him now, the injuries? So is it time to
would you sell Ben Sheaf then now?
Tomorrow, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. And then fill that spot because he's not the player he was. You're going to see it. You're going to see it at least, even if it's for 20 minutes of a game, you're going to see us carrying players because the squad hasn't got the full quality that we need. I'm going to say it. Ellis Sims, another one. We're going to carry Ellis Sims. Not all the time. I'm not picking on him, but we're going to carry him some of the games, aren't we? Because we're not going to play to his strengths for 90 minutes. So there'll be parts of a game where we'll be playing with 10 men. Hadji Wright, another one, drifts in and out of a game. If he starts, he drifts in and out of a game. So we're going to be carrying him. And that's the thing. That's the thing. And that's how you got to look at this. We need 3 more players to make a real serious push. That's how it feels at the moment. Vic is going to reason with on this one.
That's all right.
So going on what I was saying then, I was talking about the sack race. Who do you think will get sacked first? I've got a couple of names. I think John Eustace at Blackburn, and I think Paul Heckingbottom at Preston. I think
John Eustace is in at Blackburn.
I was going to say, Eustace is
Derby. I knew it was somewhere because they've spent money, and it's the risk factor now. So that's what I'm going for.
I'm going Gary Rowett at Oxford.
Oh, good shout! Good shout.
I'm going to Birmingham City manager because they've given all that money, and I don't think it's going to work out for them.
Better write these down, Jack.
Am I jotting these down? Okay.
Right.
So I think the Birmingham City manager will be the first to go because they want success. If they get off to a bad start, you know what these Brummies are like.
Who is the Birmingham manager? I don't even know his name.
I'm not sure what his name is. That's why I couldn't remember it. But I know he's a foreigner. Is he a foreigner?
No, he's.
Or did he come from Tottenham? That one assistant manager from Tottenham, wasn't it?
No, that's the one at the Albion.
Oh. He'll be first. That'll be your first.
Davis. It's Chris Davis.
That's it.
Chris Davis.
Yeah.
Is that Birmingham manager? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who I think will go first.
No.
Okay.
I'm
So
going for Ryan Mason. I'm going for Ryan Mason, West Brom. As soon as they signed him, I went, he'll be the first manager gone.
No time. No. I mean, for me, Mark Robbins has got to be careful at Stoke because if they have a bad start, you know, I don't know.
They do like sacking their managers. I mean, you could go for the Watford, whoever the Watford manager is these days. Changed last, probably.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
It's somebody Petzoloni Looney or something, isn't it? I don't know. I think it's Uruguayan.
You watch it be Frank Lampard.
Well, the thing is though, Miles,
walk if he doesn't feel he's getting supported, isn't there?
But he's still got to deliver, hasn't he? If Doug King is the sort of guy who thinks he is and wants to be successful, if he's not getting the results, surely he can't treat Frank Lampard any different to Mark Robbins, who had got a decent track record.
But the thing with Robbins is it was the team got broken up, didn't it? That was his excuse. It was the team was broken. He backed the manager. He backed Mark through it all. Mark couldn't pull in a second in command, and then Mark clearly lost the dressing room, and we started falling off. So all that would have to happen under Doug's, merit for Lampard to go.
Shall I read some of the predictions?
Yeah, I'm sure you've got a few. Sorry, Vicky, who are you saying is going to get sacked?
I was going to agree with you originally, Kat, and say Chris Davis, but now I prefer Jax of Watford. I'm going to go Paulo Pezzolonio, or however you say that.
That's a lovely pasta dish, that is, Vicky.
We can see who's right as the season unfolds. Maybe none of them, of course. It might be all wrong. Loads of comments then, Claudia. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Jeff says top Ipswich, Sky Blues, Southampton, Norwich, Sheffield United, Millwall in that order. Lee Dan says negative Miles it's usually Claudio being negative, not always. Jeff he says Wrexham and Brum will not be in the top 6. Paul Stratton thinks that Norwich have spent a fortune on a completely new team, could well be dark horses this season. Yeah. Of course, if that was us, we'll be saying we've got to give them 10 games to gel.
I ain't having that again. Whoa. Who's just put 10 games to jail?
No, that's me saying if it was us. If it was us.
I ain't having that this season. 10 games to bloody jail. They've been together 3 seasons.
Ryan Matthew J, Ipswich, Southampton, Sheffield United, Leicester, Cov, Middlesbrough, my top 6.
It's the same as mine, that is, apart from different orders.
It's Sky Blue Army, Stoke, Preston, Sheffield Wednesday relegated.
Yeah, that's the same as mine. Oh no, I said Portsmouth.
This is regarding the match on Sunday. The game may not happen yet. They're talking about refusing to play.
Who?
Sheffield Wednesday, not being paid, are they?
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Mark Brandis. I'm thinking 4 Midland teams in the playoffs: Birmingham, Cov, West Brom, Leicester. Can you imagine that?
I did actually think of that as a joke, because I think, was it last year or the year before, Claudia? You said 3 Midlands teams up and 3
Yorkshire teams to go down.
Yorkshire down, that was it. Yeah.
And the first 6 games of the season, there was 3 Yorkshire teams in the bottom 3. And then Leeds started winning. Lee Dan says, "Come on, Vicky, let's have some positivity." Well, I think we got that. And Paul says, "Poor Vicky, shouldn't it be ladies first?"
Equal rights nowadays.
Yeah, it was. We let Mars go first.
You want to be on stage, you do.
Oh, no. I'll leave that to you.
No. Do you know what you are, don't you?
Go on.
You should be on TV. Interference.
Hey, Brian Tully in Coventry. Yeah, those brown scarves look wicked, Miles. I have to look at those.
Claudia, haven't you got one of them brown scarves?
No.
No, they're brown boxers.
Well, they would be if you wear them for a week. Anyway.
Don't you turn them inside out?
Back to front and round, yeah. Finn.
How do we all end up talking about Claudio's pants? It's just...
Finn, Ipswich, Blades, Saints, Leicester, Blues, Norwich, Cov, 8th, relegated, Preston, Hull, Wednesday.
I'm going to see if we can get them.
There you
brown
go.
scarf.
My dad's got a brown scarf.
Ah,
Yeah, yes.
we have found a brown scarf.
I've never seen that. Maybe he just wiped his ass with one of the sky blue ones.
Paul Stratton says, let's hope your Hull predictions don't bite us in the backside on Saturday. Will they be too physical for us? I've got no ideas in the squad now. So, I don't know about you guys. I don't tend to really. It's only now and then I dip in to see what's happening in terms of transfers at other clubs. I'm sort of more concerned about our lot. So when I
I am. I don't tend to look at the club.
yeah,
Hull have bought in 8 players and let 11 go.
gosh, they did
Is
that last
Casey
season.
Palmer still there?
Yeah.
Is he?
Garfster Legrand says he thinks Mark Robbins could be the first manager to go.
How can we have Mark Robbins as a manager for 7.5 years and no one knows how to spell his name correctly? That's what I want.
Here you go. Here you go. There they are.
Ah.
Look at that. Hey, they're a bit special. They are. They are brilliant. There you go. Here's another one. Look.
Well, that's nice. I like that one.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. Nice, isn't they?
Well, that'll go nicely with the third kit, which should be brown then.
It will be very, very good. So you got milk chocolate. I love it. Milk chocolate. Brilliant. What's that one? Dark chocolate. I like the dark chocolate one.
Yeah, I prefer the dark.
They got a
I
Belgian
like the dark.
chocolate one.
No, I need to message
White
him.
chocolate?
Belgian one. But yeah, brilliant website, t-shirts, everything. Look at these. Look, absolutely brilliant. So the first time I've done this share screen is pretty good, isn't it?
Be careful what you're sharing.
Well, I wouldn't have to worry. You've got to put your ID in these days.
And then sweatshirts as well. Looking nice. Direct to garment print, by the way. So the print is direct to garment. So basically, they put the hoodie on the machine, and then the printer scans the product on the front. It's very good technology. So yeah. So if you want one of those scarves, head over to Take Me Home Highfield Roads now. Yeah, there it is again. Look at that. Lovely, isn't it? Only $12.95. That's a good deal, isn't it? Brilliant.
But you could win. You could win one, couldn't you, Miles?
Yeah, you can win one on Thursday. I need to get older. I want one of them dark brown ones. I want a dark chocolate one. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so you can win one this Thursday down at Stag and Hen. Loads of prizes up for grabs. Bring your cash. You're going to need it. It's going to be a great night. And your free chip butties are batch, actually. 2 Tom Grennan tickets are up for grabs. We've got the David Speedie tickets, 2 of those. And you can buy your ticket now for David Speedie. Head over to the club or go to the Working Men's Club and buy them from the Behind the Bar. Or you could go in the link on our description. And we got this picture as well from Gordon Tulliard, which is amazing. I'm entering just for that picture.
Some great prizes, yeah. Okay. Back to the
Paul Christopher says, Miles, you're right. I think 7th at best after years of not buying players of quality we need. Wayne Brewington says, would you change your mind if we signed a few? Paul Stratton, Frank looked well jacked off in the interview after yesterday's game. Mick Davenport, I'm all in if we sell Collins. Finn says we needed Sargent or Agpom. But Sargent is going to go, we haven't got the money to buy these players.
Right.
This is what our fans have got to realise. What's the opposite of a Jonah? Hopefully Miles is one of those.
We said that hopefully he's going to be a positive influence with his negativity.
Well, he'll be on after. I mean, you said twice a week. Okay, and we got 3 times a week because we'll be doing the after shows.
Yeah, of course. The after show. You'll be hosting the after shows. What sort of time can we see you live on the air?
It'd be. We're trying to work out kickoff time, so it'd be after CWR comes off air, basically. Yeah. So and mainly on Saturdays. I'm not sure we can do the evening ones because of the finishing times and leaving and all the rest of it. And if you guys are at away games, hopefully get you on at the ground and stuff like that while we're doing it.
Yeah. So that'd be something to look forward to. You can get your views in straight after the match, whatever you think, whether you're angry or whether you're happy.
West Sky Blue, 100% again, Miles. See, it's incredible the difference of opinions across the whole fan base.
Yeah.
But if we're all the same, we'd be boring, wouldn't we?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It'd be boring.
Yeah, I've tried to use that argument with my wife, but she's not having a harem, apparently. Mark Cunningham, after what I've seen in the friendlies, I'm just not sure. But I would like to think we have enough to make the playoffs. Lee Dan says, Miles, we've been playing high caliber teams.
Yeah, no, but you've still got
we are 3 or 4 players short, in my opinion. I expected a lot more ins and outs.
That sounds like Mad Frankie.
It is Mad Frankie. And he sounds mad to me.
Sounds like Danny.
And West Sky Blue says, I'm not liking this live tonight. I'm agreeing with Miles all show. Mick Davenport reckons Mark Robbins could be the first to go. He spelt it right. Jeff, we had a dismal season up until Frank Lampard came in. Then we hit playoffs. This time our pre-season against top league teams shows we are going to be hitting the championship hard from the start. I mean, maybe we do sell ourselves short. Yes.
Actually, do you think that's another thing about the end of last season? The sort of just, I mean, maybe developed a bit of negativity because so we had that good spell when Frank came in with that winning games, didn't we? Then the form at the end of the season was pretty much like the form at the start of the season. We really dipped away again, and I suppose do you think that's playing into the sort of the fact that we had a fairly negative end of the season and there's not been anything really dynamic during the summer? It's just everyone's just a little bit like.
Well, last season, Vicky, we were all there at Stoke. We had such a decent pre-season, didn't we?
No, it was awful. Stoke,
and that first game was dreadful. And
Yeah.
that really knocked me back. That first game, and that seemed to continue, didn't it? So hopefully,
Maybe
it's the opposite this time.
Yeah, steady.
Yeah, because we need a good start with the fixtures we've got. We definitely should have a good start. Mark Rainbow reckons Phil Parkinson for the first man to get the sack. Mark Cunningham agrees with me with Mark Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Stratton reckons that Finn, you could be right. Doug is playing everyone. You never know. You never know.
Are you going with Robbins as your first choice? Because I thought you were going for Eustace to be sacked.
Eustace or Robbins? No, sorry. Eustace was my first, and maybe Heckingbottom at Preston. If he is the Preston manager, whoever is the Preston manager.
Hang on. We've all picked one. You can't say him or could be him or could be him. Right. Give me a name.
Paul Heckingbottom.
Okay.
Go Preston.
Okay.
Was it somebody last season or season before they got sacked after the first game? There's somebody got sacked, didn't they? Virtually straight away. They lost, and that was it. You're out. Brian Tully says, I think Baggies will have a slow start. That's an interesting appointment. I know if that would have been us, we'd have been bitterly disappointed, wouldn't we?
Hmm.
Don't you think? When Mark Robbins was sacked and they brought him in instead of Frank Lampard.
Yeah, I would have been.
I would have been, yeah, definitely. You think, what? That's, yeah. Mark Rainbow's gone for Ipswich, Southampton, Sheffield United, Leicester, Middlesbrough, and City. And Paul Stratton says, worryingly, most teams in the league have spent money. We need to join in quickly, not in September, when we'll be playing catch-up again.
I think the one thing just to sort of say about that, and sort of following on from what Miles said earlier, is that we're never going to be able to compete with the Premiership teams, are we? So we're really competing with the Championship teams and their money. And some of those that spent quite a lot of money, like your derbies, like they were in such a poor state. We've got to remember that we've had a squad now that's developing towards like being a playoff team, and so we're not so far away. And whilst we definitely do need a few more players, we didn't need a complete overhaul. So there was always going to be teams that would be spending more money than us because they needed to, because their squad was in such a poor state. We aren't in that position because we've been so strong and we've been building steadily. And so I think that we don't have to necessarily look at other teams and think, why are they doing so much more business as a negative? It's actually because they were so far away from us in the first place. The fact that we don't need to do so much business is in some ways a positive because we've got some stability. And I mean, I don't disagree, we need some players, but I don't think that our squad is such a disaster either. I think it's a bit more in the middle.
Terry Ewing says, Miles getting commission from the merch? No, it's because they're offering their stuff for prizes. So I think the least we can do is advertise their products is what we're doing.
Yes, absolutely.
Nothing more than that. And if he is getting commission, I want some of it.
Yes.
Picture not signed, but it's framed, Miles.
Brilliant.
Well, Finn's put we should get Akpom on loan. Apparently, someone's just put Birmingham signed Akpom today. Oh, BCFC.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, Will told me earlier they've promised him Premier League football next season.
Oh, is he leaving then? Martin Rainbow, our sky blue shirts compulsory on Thursday. Well,
yes,
it would be nice.
Yes, it'd be nice.
Not
if everybody
compulsory.
Not compulsory, but you know, if you could, you'd have to wear sky blue shirt, but something sky blue would be great.
Yeah. What's the difference between compulsory and mandatory?
It's whether you get in or not.
Yeah, whether you get in.
You know, if there's one place left, if there's one place left in it, and there's two people out there who want to get in, one with a sky blue top on and one without, then we know who's going to get in.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. Should we get Mad Frankie on the door?
In fact, actually, if there is someone who would like to come and do the door, that would be most appreciated. I've got to print off the list.
I think Mad Frankie's available.
We could do with someone sitting on the door just to check people in. That would be wonderful. I need to message Paul at the pub as well and tell him how many tickets were sold. So I'm just waiting on Chris Baker. Chris, by the way, best regards to Chris Baker. He's been very poorly, and he comes on here quite a lot. Lovely lad. He's sorted out David Speedie event and all this sort of thing. Mickey Quinn and everything over at Walsgrave Workingmen's Club, and I hope you're feeling a little bit better, Chris, because he went to hospital the other day. So I'm hoping he's feeling a lot better now.
Yeah, get well soon, Chris. Hopefully, and get back up to the games. Yes, get well soon.
Paul Stratton, Akpom to Blues or Borough? Well, he's gone to Blues. No chance of Scrooge writing a cheque or any cheque. Seems he's happy plodding along being Neely men. Paul's not happy with Doug. Nelly C. And we need to play Sims and Wright up front. We are not a one-striker team. Victor has gone. We could dominate this division playing two up front. Why we lost at Stoke last season, played one up front. This is interesting. Lee Beckett. Preston North End manager got sacked after one game. There you are.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Somebody did. Could happen again. In fairness, we've brought players in positions fans were complaining about. They're still complaining. Simply can't win. Need a reality check.
We could win the Premier League and Champions League double, and people would find something to complain about. Oh, we haven't won the FA Cup. There's always something to moan about, isn't there? They fix one problem, you moan about something else.
Sky Blue Army. I hate West Brom.
Straight to it.
West Sky Blue, Leicester, Ipswich, Southampton, Sheffield United, Blackburn, Birmingham, Down, Swansea, Derby, Sheffield, Wednesday by Christmas. I don't know what. Leicester have been quiet, though. The fans have been quiet. I've noticed this on socials. They've been very... they're not gobbing off like they were when they were in... Well, they might start once the season starts, to be fair. And Terry Ewing says... scarf purchase being made for my dad's CCFC man cave. Thank you. Miles would be happy for the commission.
I'm sure.
By the way, just want to say a big thank you to Terry, because Terry's doing all our thumbnails now for the channels. So thank you very much, Terry, for your help, and he's done all the posters and everything for us. So thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We do appreciate all the help we're getting from people from outside. It's absolutely fantastic. Jeff,
really
Vicky, spot on. Us not having a reference, having us to spend as much as other teams who struggled last season. Plus, some of these teams are just shuffling players who are not going to make much of a dent. Daniel Burton. I think Coventry needs some more players, and Mark Robbins will leave Stoke City. It's obviously a typo.
It's a typing error. It's a clerical error.
Neil Jakes, bit of a change of subject, but I hope it's not Carson and Laura doing the build-up and commentary on Seedry. I've got a bit of news on this.
I don't know who this Carson guy is. Where's this Carson guy come from?
I've got a bit of news. Rob will be back soon. That's what I'm saying. It's just a temporary thing. But he's going to host Leamington Warwick supporters evening, if we ever get one. But yeah. It's,
well. Hold on a minute. Why aren't we hosting it?
Well, it's because the management have requested Rob Gurney.
Well, you sacked.
It's gone.
He's gone. He's sacked. That should be us doing that. He comes on here, giving it all the big one, and he's like, Bob Gurney's going to do the event. Hold on a minute.
Tell us about
you haven't got enough time.
I'll find time.
I'm sure we can fit it in. The Carson guy on BBC. Is he from another radio station? Is he?
No, he hosts fancast and stuff like that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know where he's come from, but he's been around a while, I think.
Yeah, because I noticed JD, who left Hits Radio, he's gone doing work for BBC now, isn't he?
Yeah, just to cover. I think Vic's on holiday, isn't she? And
so he's So
there's an event tomorrow night, isn't there?
Did you hear what he said at the game yesterday?
Oh, that made me laugh about the substitutes.
Yeah, he says, I don't know who it is.
He said, I couldn't care. Who cares? Or what, something like that, didn't he?
Yeah,
there's too many of them. I don't know who they are or something like that.
We were lucky because the scoreboard gave up. They've got all the players listed.
Yeah.
Once FC Pauli brought on about 10 subs in one go, they just didn't put that back up on the board again, because obviously whoever has to type that out couldn't be bothered.
He said, I haven't got a clue, he said. That's what he said.
That's it.
Brilliant.
I haven't got a clue.
BBC CWR is pants lately. Them two are rubbish.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Come and get your news from us. Come and get your news from us live after the games, as Claudio said.
Yeah.
Unbiased.
Been doing it for years.
So, no, it's yeah.
Well, they're just going through a bit of a change in the minute, and they Clive's left, obviously, and
JD
like
and
Jack said,
JD and what's
like
his
Jack
name?
says, come here. Look at us.
Who's the Tom Grennan's manager? Can't think of his name now.
Dawkins.
Dawkins.
Yeah, they're on it. They're doing the BBC CWR tomorrow night, aren't they?
Yeah, doing the fan cast, aren't they, tomorrow night?
Yeah.
So I just copy everything we do. Carry on.
Well, I'm there anyway. So, Mark Rainbow, the Leicester fans don't know where they are this season. They only announced their manager a couple of weeks ago. Don't know how many points they've been docked and if they're going to sell more players for FFP.
Do you know what you need tomorrow, Claudio? Not a brown scarf.
Go on.
Just not a brown scarf.
Are you there tomorrow, are you?
I am, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
CWR too scared Claudia would break into Mrs. Doubtfire. Maybe I should do the elephant during the evening. She'll just do it.
Dare you. That's your challenge.
When they ask you about the game, just ignore them and do the impression.
You've got to. That would be so funny. That would be hilarious. I can't listen because I'm DJing at a wedding tomorrow, but good luck with that.
I'll just say I'll do it. I'll do it with the momentum of dance.
Anyway, their form won't be as good as ours on Thursday, that's for sure.
No. We'll have the real fans live, won't we, in the pub?
Right, Ken Otomo says fantastic, a whole show without mentioning the ref and officials.
Yeah. So far, well, that will change next week.
It's a friendly. Who cares?
That will change. That'll probably change.
So, has the 8-second rule been implemented next season for the goalkeepers?
Apparently so.
Apparently,
seconds,
yes.
8 seconds.
Is this where they get a corner? Don't they? If they're holding on.
Yeah, well, you should know. You're a ref.
Well, they haven't told us. I mean, I haven't been reffing this season, so I haven't told us officially. But
yeah, Day Sports says evening during that 10-game winning run, we were poor. Jake would earn himself a second yellow if he repeated his mantra at the time. It's the sign of a good side when they play poorly and win. And Mick we've got Ben Green. He's a subscriber. If you subscribe, you definitely get your comments read.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
$1.99.
Or it can be free, or it can cost you how much, Miles?
$1.99 and $4.99, and you get exclusive access to the Sky Blue History podcast.
Okay.
Early access.
Ben Green, I've got the feeling Big Doug King is scheming for us to get promoted this season after the Prem season ticket package runs out, so he can have to go. So you don't have to give a free season ticket.
Yeah, we're running out of time. Those who bought the £500 ones.
And
got 2 seasons.
Yeah, 2 more left. No panic.
Right, over to you, Ken. That's 2 hours we've run so far.
I know, yeah. Okay, we're just going to go basically over the David Speedie night. How's the tickets going for David Speedie, Miles? Did we say we've still got plenty left, or they're going quite well, aren't they?
Yeah, over 100 sold so far for David Speedie. So please get yourselves down to the Walsgrave Working Men's Club. You can buy your tickets in the description on YouTube on our channel, or you can head over to the Walsgrave Working Men's Club Facebook page, or you can go down to the club itself, purchase your tickets over the bar. So it's selling really, really well. I think this is going to sell out, to be honest. I think it's going to be an absolute brilliant night, and it's the night before the Birmingham game. I can't see the game being moved because it's already been moved to 12:30 on the Saturday. So I think they'd have a policing issue if they moved it to the Friday night, because everyone would take the day off work and get drunk. Yeah, so get yourselves your tickets down for David Speedie, and get your books ordered, because he'll be doing a book signing on the night as well, and photos and everything.
Yeah. And we'll have a raffle and stuff like that going on as well, won't we?
Yeah, so there'll be a raffle down there for that night as well. All the proceeds go to the Walsgrave Working Men's Club, because all the working men's clubs are struggling lately, and that's why they're putting on these events to help keep the places running, maintenance and everything. So that's why they're starting to do all these special events with ex-players and everything. Yeah, it's going to be brilliant.
Get people through the door and support your local club, isn't it? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's it.
David Speedie, for me, was a fantastic player. He's one of my all-time players. Is he up there with you, Claudio, David Speedie?
Yeah, I think I was of an age similar to, well, I was a little bit younger. Me and you are similar in age. That when he turned up, he was a sort of Marmite player, wasn't he? I think if you're in your 20s and maybe a teenager, you probably loved him because he's got that roguish side to him. But some of the older, I know my dad wasn't keen on him at all, just because he was a bit naughty. He didn't like it for some reason. I loved it. I loved that he was a wind-up merchant.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it when he scored goals. He used to run up onto the fencing, didn't he, and stuff like that.
Yeah, stand on the fence.
Absolutely, yeah. It was a great. I remember the day we signed him. It was a massive signing for us.
Yeah, yeah.
And a shock signing. You know, I thought it was a top player. Great head of the ball. Since he's about 5'2". Virtually, he had a season where virtually every goal was goal of the month, wasn't it? That he scored.
He scored some fantastic goals. Yeah,
he's just a really, really good player. And I mean, obviously he's Scottish, but he's got a northern accent, which was really weird.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
First time I heard him speak, I thought he'd be Scottish, and he's not, is he?
No,
He's
no,
from
it's
the
not. No.
northeast, sort of Darlington way, is he? That way, is he? I
Yeah.
think he's not.
Yeah.
That surprised me. I think he's a great player.
Yeah, he scored some fantastic goals. Did you see him play much then, Miles? What's your memories of David Speedie?
Sunderland away.
With Gary Bennett.
Yeah, I was there.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. That was my first trip to Sunderland. That was my first away game at Sunderland. I went to.
Yeah, the old Roker Park. Yeah.
Yeah, the old Roker Park. There was a fish and chip shop near the ground, and we were walking past there. It was before the game, and we were walking. It was freezing. It was freezing cold, and we were walking past the fish and chip shop, and there was a little bit further down. There was this alleyway, and as we walked down this alleyway, these Sunderland fans come running out the entry, tried to jump us. It was quite frightening. Especially I was only young. I was very young, so it was a frightening experience. But yeah, I'll never forget that night. I was freezing cold. I've never been so cold at a football match. I don't think.
I was there that night as well, and we got pelted by coins and all sorts. It was an open end, wasn't it? We got pelted by coins and all sorts.
Yeah, and I think it was raining as well, wasn't it? It was bloody freezing. I don't know how any player can go and live up there and play for Sunderland. I don't get it. Or Middlesbrough, Nuke. It's just too cold. But yeah, I think that's probably one of the most memorable things that I can remember, especially away. But seeing him at home more, he was just great. You know, he was quick, he was nimble, he was good on the ball. And as I keep saying on the show, I can't wait for the question. What was it like going in goal, and how come you ended up in goal? Because brilliant.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, and I think didn't we draw that half? I think, didn't we?
Yeah, we drew. Yeah,
when he went in goal,
yeah,
we drew. Yeah, we drew. It's quite funny, and he's the shortest man on the pitch, so he did really well.
Yeah, we're 3 down at half time, weren't we? I think.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and he put on the shirt, and it was like
it's hanging off it, wasn't it?
It was like me wearing a 5XL. That's how big it was. It was ridiculous. He looked stupid. So yeah, it's going to be a great night. It really is going to be great, and really looking forward to it. You know,
well, I'm not going to ask Jack because he can't remember him much apart from videos and stuff. But Vicky, did you have many memories of?
No, it was before my time as well.
Before your time, but I'm sure you've seen a few of the goals on telly.
Yeah, I've seen videos and stuff, but I'm the same as Jack. It's all nothing live. So yeah, before my time. Yeah, fantastic. I think it's always hard, isn't it? Like, it's always a shame if you don't get to see players live. I mean, you can hear about it and you can watch it, but it's not the same as seeing it on the pitch, is it? Like live, I think. Players are always going to be people you've actually seen on the pitch. It just doesn't. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's club legends, so it'd be good to say. But never seen them before my time, unfortunately.
Yeah, be interesting, and I'm sure he'll have a few interesting stories to tell. Any more comments then, Claudia, before we wrap up? I think that's about it, isn't it?
Pretty much. Oh, Lee Beckett says, when we having Mr. View Sky on, well, we can.
He was poorly a couple of times, and then he didn't.
He has, yeah. We are going to get him on. Message me, and we'll sort it out.
Okay.
Also, Finn says worst place to go was St Pauli. Yes, I think we spoke about this before.
Middlesbrough, yeah.
Awful. Yeah, they're not very nice up there.
No, they're not.
Yeah, that's the way it was in the 80s and 70s, 80s, and
unfortunately, yes. You know, it's got a lot better since then. But
I can imagine there's a lot of teams used to say Coventry's not a great place to go to either. So
yeah.
We all had our bad ones, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that about it then? That's about it. Shall we wrap it up for the evening?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's it.
We've all
I've put together a quick graphic of our predictions.
There we go.
This is what we've all gone for So we can keep it. We can refer back to it later in the season, and we can all laugh at Miles when we're going to win the league and he reckons in table club.
Well, it'd be a big shock if Ipswich don't win the league, then, wouldn't it? Because it takes a few of us out.
Or if Sheffield Wednesday are actually decent.
Yeah, that would shock a few people. But you just never know. Yeah, you never know. I mean, I can't see past.
It's like last season, we also had Luton, didn't we? And then Luton got relegated. No one predicted that.
I think every one of us had Luton in the top 6, didn't we?
Yeah. Pretty much,
they ended up going down. So
and I watched them on Friday. I can't believe how far they've fallen. They look terrible now.
Yeah, they looked very average, didn't they, the other night?
Yeah.
But they're very quite fortunate to win the game, actually, in the end.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's League One. We're nowhere near League One.
Just a reminder, home parking for the games at CBS. You can book your parking through coventryparking.co.uk. Just go to the website and get all the details. And also coaches for the away trips. You can, again, book at ccfctravel.co.uk for all your away travel with Big Travel. They cover all the games, so that's where to get your travel from for the season. Don't forget, just another reminder, talked about it, Thursday night is Fans Forum, not Friday night, Thursday night. And
Ken, what have you got on Friday that's exciting you so much?
I don't know.
It's a bit like Oasis. It's sold out, so you've got to do another night on the Friday.
Popular demand. Yeah, Thursday night, 7th of August, and it's free. If you get down there early enough, you get a chip batch before they all go.
Don't forget, though. Don't forget, if you can't make this one and you miss it, don't worry. We've got a plan for another one in September.
We will have another one. There'll be quite a few hopefully a few throughout the season, all going well, subject to availability and stuff like that. But we're hoping to do a few of these throughout the season because they've been quite popular with the fans. So and they're popular events. So hopefully they'll all go well. So that's it then. We'll wrap up this time next week. We'll know whether we've got 3 points in the bag or not. We will be happy or we will be sad. We'll have to find out. Join us next Sunday, but join us before that, of course, obviously Thursday. But we'll be back live, of course, with a programme on Sunday evening. And Claudio, will you be live on after the Hull game?
I will be, yeah. So
get your views in after the Hull game
with Jonah from the United States of America.
Yeah, I remember it's a 12:30 kickoff, the Hull game. So you've got to get there early for the first game season. I'm sure it'll be a great atmosphere. It'll be close to a sellout. There's a little. Was that an elephant I just seen there, Claudio? No,
not tonight. Not tonight.
Not tonight.
He's got to save himself for tomorrow night.
I'll do it live Thursday. Do it live Thursday in the pub.
Yeah, we'll come up with a microphone to you to do it live. See how you react. He can do it on his program on a Saturday, can't he?
No, do it with Jim. Do it with Jim on the History Podcast. He'd love that. Oh yeah, that's a point. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Tommy Hutchison. Hopefully, Tommy Hutchison on this week. We're going to have him on the show. If anybody has a question you want to put to him, let me know directly. Get me on Facebook or whichever way you want to do it, or even put an email into the our channel here, or to Jim at claryborton@gmail.com. And hopefully Tommy will be interviewed by us, which would be fantastic.
He was great. He was great when he was on Sky Blue Fans TV a couple of seasons ago, weren't he? We got him on. He was fantastic. Tommy Hutch, yeah, he's got a few stories.
So hopefully that will happen. We've been working on it for a few weeks now.
Yeah. If he can get his equipment right, because he had trouble with the equipment that night, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a great guy, nice guy. I've met him a couple of times when he came down to do his book. Was it a couple of seasons ago, wasn't it? We had his book out.
Yeah, it's a good book. It's a really good book, actually.
Yeah. Okay, that's it then. It's just a good night. Thanks very much, Vicky, for coming on as normal. Thanks, Miles.
No worries.
Claudio, as always, and Jack, thank you very much. we'll see you live in the flesh on Thursday night at the Stag and Hen. Come and join us with, I'm sure, a sellout crowd.
Yeah, and you'll realise that the camera does put £10 on you.
Camera never lies. Good night, everybody.
Oh, there's 20 on you.
Play up, Sky Blues.
Play up, Sky Blues.
Sky Blues.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.